What's going on? Boom, baby. What's going on? How we doing? Who all we got in the house here? Maverick. What's up? K-Pat. Vineyard. Ed. Vineyard playing around with all the Weeble buttons and got this notice. Nice to spend a moment with you fine folks. What's up, Vineyard? Nice to have you. Michael Shanyuk. Trump mentioned drugs are going down in cost 50-100% cheaper. Just mentioned it live today. Possible look at puts for big pharma. Possibly. What's up, Chariots? Happy Memorial Day, Ambrose. Shady. What's up? You are welcome. Jacob. Jersey in the house. Jose Rodriguez, thank you. Heavy Bag Chaser. Mr. Daniel, how are you? Patty P, hello. Crazy times, Mr. Flying Fish says. Gene Money Trip, what's up? Anyup Gosh. Hello. Bilal Dinga. Ishtak Ahmed, hello, hi. Good to have you. LA Fanatic, good to have you. Monica K, hello. Will we have a pre-market at 8 p.m. today? Monica, yes. I'm so sorry. Where's my boom, there we are. There we go. How's that? Is that better? I didn't realize I didn't have my face up. Everybody okay? How we doing? There I am. Don't mind the mess behind me. Been working on getting some things straightened up in here, trying to make this look nice for everybody. All right. So, yeah, thanks for everybody stopping by. Thank you so much. And yes, we should have, I wanted to hit a few things for any new people. But we should have a pre-market at 8. Well, I guess a 24-hour overnight market will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 hour from now. Markets will open. I don't know about futures markets right now. I don't think so. I think it'd be 8 o'clock also, if I'm guessing right. So I thought I would Vineyard. That is a super reverb. Yep. That's my baby boy back there. Tell you a good story about that one sometime. I don't pack it around on shows though. It's just too much. It's too much. 20 years ago, yes. Now, no. There's no way. It's so heavy. Unless I played. If I did a lot of festivals, I might. I don't do a whole lot of festivals anymore. Get one occasionally, maybe 3, 4, 5 a year. I love that super reverb though. I mainly just use it for recording now. I do most of my own recording for my band and a few select friends, regional bands and personal friends that play music also. I mostly leave it here just for that. I can stick a couple of nice mics on it, man. It records well. It really does. So yeah, Jersey. You can trade on Weeble at 8 p.m. You can't trade options, of course, but you can buy shares. You could buy, if the markets decided to pop, you could hop on and buy like TQQQ. You know, I showed everybody that a few weeks ago how to do that. Oh yeah, Vineyard. Always down for gear chat. Hit me up. I'm a sound man too, so I'm a gear fanatic. I'm a bit crazy. I just ordered some new in-ears this weekend, and yeah, I'm all about the gear. Oh, you do lighting for shows, Alexander? That's cool. Your live just started, Jacob? Huh. Sometimes I notice if it's in the refresh, Jacob. Make sure you refresh it so you can shoot it all the way to live. Sometimes I notice if you click on the link early and you're just sitting there waiting, it doesn't, like, I have to reload it sometimes. But make sure also, I was going to tell new people this. When you go to, so you must be live now, Jacob. Yeah. So when you go to the Discord for my any of my videos, same with Josh's live links, like when you go to the live trade link here, do not click on the play button here. Don't click that play button. Go click on this link up here, just like on mine. Go to the upper YouTube link. Let it take you out of Discord, off to YouTube. You don't want to watch it through here. The audio's not right. It's delayed. It's not right. I guess it's going through like 2 applications trying to get your video. I don't know. It's not right though. Hey Alexander, I might talk to you about lighting. I'm trying to do like backwash lights on my wall. Trying to make my background look nice for videos, of course, for you guys, and to help grow my page. Which brings me to, if you've not hit the subscribe button, will you please do so and hit the like button? I would very much appreciate it. Tony, I tell you, man, I got one video that I did the whole thing. It is so long. I would love to sit here and guide you through each and everything, but it is long. It's a long thing. Often I do that on the coaching sessions. I will set people up with the with my setup with the Turbo Trader, and the only thing that I have changed as of recent is sometimes I will add the 20 EMA. Most of the time I just run with the 9 and the 200 for day trading. As far as adding, all of these things in Weeble, these are all drop down tabs, right? These are all widgets is what they're called in Weeble. All these up here on the top. No, I'm not showing it. Hang on. Let me get off Discord first. How about that? There we go. My bad, guys. My bad. So, yeah. All of these are separate drop-down windows. Just a drop-down tab for a widget. Anytime you want to add a widget on any of these blocks, like this is its own window here. This chart, which includes the MACD RSI, it's its own window. You can manipulate each window by grabbing the border of the window. Same with this one here. When you get your mouse on the border, it will let you drag up and down and manipulate the window some. So, I like making my turbo options window large so I can see all the data if I'm in a position. Now, if you add it, I'll just run it real quick. When you go to filters, the native version comes with open interest checked. I do not. I take that off. Immediately take it off. I just want to search by the bid indicator. Okay. And this is the bid block here. You could search by the ask, if you'd rather. I just search by the bid, and I run it from 50 cents to $10. That's how I search for my contracts. This is the expiration date. That's tomorrow's date. So naturally, I want to search for things that give me strikes that are at the money and just out of the money. So like it closed at 579. So this 580 call would be the first call out of the money, and then so on, out of the money. And then if you want to see more on the way back, I do this number. I do 10 contracts. That's the most it will display at once. You can click this top row where it says symbol, and it will flip over 10 more contracts that are in the money deeper, closer to $10. So we have searched for contracts between 50 cents and $10. That is how this is just a parameter. It's a parameter, and that's how it searches the contracts. I've just found that these numbers bring up the best contracts for the SPY and the Qs, Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Google. Tesla, on the other hand, is a different thing. You will have to search. They're more expensive. I don't want to buy a 392 or 390 call when the price is 340. So if I switch this over, it's getting there. So $10 still covers this. These are $900 per contract for the 340 calls. All right. So there's a quick rundown of how I bring this up. You can go to any of these tabs, click those 3 horizontal lines, and choose to add a widget. And if you can't find your widget listed here, you just got to go to all widgets and search for what you want over here. There's a lot of tools Weeble has. I don't see much. I've got order flow over here. Some I'll use occasionally. Time of sales. They've got the order book here if you want that. Some people like it. And under trade, you have all these. So Weeble also does futures now. I thought about opening a futures account. I don't know. I'm debating still. But this is how you add the positions tab also. You'll just click the plus, and you got to drag the window over here. So I'll add one for you here. Let's do Turbo Trader options. Click the plus. Now it's gave me a floating window here. You see that? You have to place this window on one of these blocks. I place it over here. It will start lighting up blue. You could put it on the top block, but then you can't see anything. Okay, so I put it in this block, drop it. Now I have Turbo Trader options over here, and then yada yada, bunch of settings later, I get what I get. So I'm going to remove that one, go back to my normal options. There they are. Okay, hopefully that's a quick rundown for you. All right. Yeah, Jeff. Even Turbo Trader on the phone is pretty good. If you want to buy and sell market, just buy market, sell market. It's fast. It's pretty fast. Welcome, Tony. Time and Glass, you're welcome. You're welcome. That's right, Vineyard. It's about, I think it's 4 hours long. But we had like 500 people in it was a lot of people on that video with me. And I was trying to guide everyone on how to set it up. So it's, yeah. Okay. Does Weeble Turbo Trading work for Australian account? No, TM, it does not. The only way I figured out how to do it for Canadians and Australians was to add normal Turbo Trader, which is not the same as Turbo Options. But if you go to Turbo Trader and then click your Options tab, the way I have it set in this blank cell over here on the side, when I click one, it will upload into here, and I can do buy market, sell market. And I did a stop loss order on mine, 20%, so I could still buy contracts fast this way. But it's under Turbo Trader, not the options. You can see it will load whatever option that I select right here on this window. You can change your quantity here however that you want. A lot of this is going in and tweaking settings. Any of these windows you can right click and bring up the settings, Turbo Trader settings. Each one's going to have, like, see how this has stocks abbreviated here, or in whatever it is, parentheses or something. Come on down to place orders options, and then you can click buy market. You can also create a hotkey, then sell market. You could create a hotkey. Just do one. Quantity settings. You can go to all of these settings here. You cannot reverse on options though, guys. So that's kind of how I get around on Turbo Trader. I can still buy these contracts pretty fast if we went to SPY, click in the empty sale. Also on your normal options chain, this is how you can find leaps easier this way, because you can go way outdated. But let's look at tomorrow. This comes displayed as 6, and it comes with both sides, which isn't very much. And you don't get the empty cell over there, I've noticed. So what I do is I only do calls, or I only do puts up here, and I will display 30, so I've got 15 in the money, 15 out of the money. I would choose, remember, you got to choose this empty cell over here, just one of these empty blocks. If you choose on the strike or the bid or the ask or something like that, it's not going to load it. It's going to load a normal order that you got to manipulate the crap out of to do anything with. So you click on this empty cell over here, and it will load it back into Turbo Trader for you. That should be available for you under the normal options chain. We're going to display 30. Somebody give me a thumbs down. Okay, maybe it's a mistake. Okay, so that's one workaround. What's up, Sailfish? Not much. I've not charted anything yet, so hopefully that helps you, my friend. Yeah, it's okay, Jeff. Yeah, most of the time it's a mistake. I was like, dang, what'd I do? What's up, Daniel Peters? How's it going, brother? Can you ping us the link video where I can get? Thank you, Ed. I'm bummed. I'm new. Just purchased TradingView. I'm wanting to get one-on-one with you first to get it all set up. Are you familiar with it as well? Yes, Christopher. I'm very familiar with TradingView. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull it up. So, and I'll give you a quick rundown on TradingView right now. How about that? Thanks, Campos. Okay, let me catch up here. Post the link. Vineyard said he posted the link to that video above. Like the way I feel you, Daniel Peters. I feel you. I'm on day. On day range 1 day, 5 day, 1 month. There's a drop down that shows calendar time. Over here. Like that. It just it allows you to go back to a particular date. That's all it is. It's just that you marked that date and it took you back there. Yeah. Otherwise, it'll show you. What's up, AZ Mike? What cat doing? What are you doing, girl? So yeah, most of the time I don't use that. I use these intervals over here on this right side. Give me 1 second, yeah. Okay, so all the intervals I use are just over here. These over here will just take you to certain time back, or you could do 5 day. I guess you could do 5 day, 1 day, 1 minute, 5 day, 5 minute, 1 month, 1 hour. There's 1 hour on a 1 month. So I don't ever use those though. I'm more so over here on these. And just another thing on Weeble here too, guys. If a lot of people I coach are having trouble zooming in, like finding out how to zoom in and manipulate your chart. And when you go to draw your lines, I'm going to erase all my lines here. You guys really need to take the time. You can always click auto right here, and it's going to keep it focused in the screen for you. But you really need to take the time. You can't draw lines on your chart like this. You just can't do it. You have to take the time to zoom. If you go to the price action over here and go down and up, you got to hold your left click in and then drag up and down. This makes your candles tall and short. Okay, if I wanted to draw a line at the high of the day that day, I would want to zoom in real nice and say, okay, up here's my high. I like to mark the bodies, so right there's my high of day. And if this is getting crazy on you, won't stick to something, turn that magnet mode off. I'll put it right across the top of them bodies. If you click that line, you can change the colors to anything you want and the line thickness. so it really pops out for you. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna get TradingView pulled up here for a couple people. Omar Deshafaru, how are you, my friend? Ed, yeah, if I was in a day trade on a 5-minute chart, if I'm not happy with profits, take this for instance as a scalp. Let's say I entered when it reclaimed the 9 right here. As that candle started forming across the 9 EMA and I took position, I'm pretty happy with 577.90. One whole point is up here, is right here. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't want to wait for this thing to come all the way back down and break the 9. If I'm playing a scalp, if I'm playing a trend, and I think it's about to start trending, I want some other indicators telling me so. Unfortunately, this one did not. This was the run up through here for sure, and if we draw our lines on this, Lord, this cat's driving me crazy, yo. Sorry. Go on. Crazy thing. All right, sorry. Deshaun, happy Memorial Day. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it still on there? My bad, guys. So, yeah, entering in on this candle here, I would have probably been happy with this move for a scalp, for a quick trade. If I'm trading a trend, then what I probably wanted to do was enter on the back test of morning market structure, which was right there. So there's morning market that day. That's the top of morning market, right at it. When it broke here, I would have probably took this one, back test, entry again, and then that starts your trend up on this particular run. And then once it broke high of day, at that point was right here on this row of candles. We'll call that one red. At that point it was the high of day. Once it continued to break over the high of day, that was your explosive move right there. So yeah, I don't want to wait for it to break the 9, but if I'm on a trend, that would be like, that's it for me. If it's going to start breaking the 9, I don't want to hold it no more. Think positive. There's just too many. It's a broad question. Is it better to quick trade on SPY? I mean, I like doing both, but TQQQ is. I mean, I just do options. I don't know if you're talking about shares on TQQQ. You can definitely trade shares of TQQQ in the same way as we trade the SPY, and it will run much like it. And if you wanted to have less volatility and less risk, you could definitely trade TQQ. It just costs more if you're going to buy shares. That's a hard question. How do I know where the market's going right away? It depends on the day. I'm going to bring over TradingView for everybody. So it depends on the day, Lala. If I know where it's going right away, or if I got a good hunch at least. So let's analyze a day. Maybe I can show you something that let's go back to Friday for a second, because I'm pretty sure I took a call pretty quick out of the gate that day. I'm pretty sure. So let's start our. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick restart page here. How about that? Okay, here's Pepsi. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to start a new page for anybody new on TradingView. Somebody was asking me a minute ago. Okay. So, first of all, I would recommend don't use the web version unless you have to. I would rather you download TradingView onto your computer as an app and use it that way. But it'll work on the web. It's just a little laggy to me. So, first thing you'll do is go to the top and hit the plus icon, and it's going to add a new page for you, okay? I'm going to add a new page, and we're going to do create a new layout. Okay, let's create a layout. Now, it has loaded up the SPY for me. If it's not, go ahead and click up here and just type in SPY. And you want this first one that says SPY NYSE ARCA. We're going to click there, okay? Now, it's if you're not new, this might be boring for you for a minute, but I do want to do a quick setup of a page for new people. First thing I'll tell you is volume is already on your chart. We're on a 5-minute chart. Okay. First thing you need to do is come over here to the right corner, bottom right, where it says RTH. Click that and put it on extended hours. Okay. Now extended hours is going to have a bluish gray background here, a brown background, and a black background. Okay, this is representative of after hours, pre-market, okay, and regular hours. There you go. Horrible drawing skills. So that's a quick rundown in a nutshell. The market closes each day on the Eastern Time, Stock Exchange time, at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, at that time, this is Thursday here we're looking at right now. There's Thursday. Here is Thursday at 4 o'clock all the way up to 8 o'clock. TradingView does not list a 24-hour session like Weeble or Robinhood. Don't know why they don't include it, but they don't. You have to look at futures, I guess. So the next thing starts at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. That is pre-market. It runs up to 9:30. Right here. 9:25 printed the last candle. Now, the first candle started at 9:30. 9:35, 9:40. This is backwards a little from Weeble. It prints its first candle. It labels it 935. It labels it at the end of the candle, not the beginning of the candle. Okay. Now, when you want to make your candles taller and shorter, you come to the price over here, same way as Weeble. You can left click in, drag down, or drag up, make some nice and tall so you can draw your lines. Okay. Next thing is, when you want to zoom, you just use your mouse. If you don't have a mouse, go get a mouse. A trackpad will not benefit you nearly as well as a mouse will while trading. I promise. Get a mouse, quit using a trackpad. You need to be able to zoom really quick, go back, get your lines, look at things, and zoom in and zoom out. On a mouse, you just use the little roller ball in the middle to zoom out. I know a lot of people think this is stupid probably, but you'd be surprised at people I've coached in the last few days that they don't know how to zoom in or zoom. Nobody's ever showed them how. And at some point, I didn't know how to zoom in or zoom out. So it's okay. If you don't know, you don't know. So now I'm zooming in, and on a normal day, well, let's go to indicators. Up here are indicators. To add an indicator, you click it. First thing I'll tell you to add is RSI. Go ahead and put a star next to these guys. Right like that. Click it. It will add it on your chart down here. Here's RSI. Next thing to add, MACD, MACD. Put a star next to it. Click it once. It puts it, it's a sub chart underneath your big chart. Okay. Next thing I want you to add is EMA. If I'm going too fast, you'll just have to go back and watch this, okay? Or it'll take forever. Moving average exponential. It doesn't say EMA. It just says moving average exponential. I want you to click this 2 times. 1, 2. Did it do it twice? There we go. 2 times. Now you can see it over here in the left corner. It gives us the EMA 9. Okay. X off. I'm going to go ahead and remove my drawings. Okay. X off. Come up here. You got to highlight these and it brings up the settings icon. We're going to make this first one stay on the number 9 with the input. Style. Change this blue to bright green. You can make the lines thicker by choosing these down here. Make them huge. I like them kind of small. Sometimes I'll go one more size thick. Then just click away. Those color blocks will go away. Okay. And then click OK. Now go to your other EMA up here that we added. Click settings. Change this one to red. And change the input length to 200. And then just click OK. Now you have the 200 EMA and the 9 EMA on your chart. If you want to make any of these charts bigger or smaller, you can get the border, drag down. You can make them a little bit smaller so your chart's bigger. Okay. Next thing you add, go to indicators, type in VWAP. Volume weighted average price, VWAP. Click it 1 time. There we go. Now X off. Next thing, go to your VWAP session over here. Settings. I want you to come to style. This is where I change it. I uncheck upper band, lower band, and bands fill. Uncheck these. You only want to have normal VWAP on I change this blue to the bright white in the top left corner. And then we click OK. Now you're going to have 3 lines on your chart. A white one, a green one, and a red one. This is a day trading setup. VWAP, then the 9 EMA runs really tight to the price action on a 5-minute chart. And the red line is the 200 EMA. It often gives us some broader support and resistance on a 5-minute chart. You'll see when it interacts with it, it has trouble getting over it or getting under it. But when it does in a big way usually. Like right here. Often when it comes up to it, it'll struggle with it like it did here once, twice. Third time it broke over and we got a run out of it, right? Okay. Now, what else am I missing here? Another quick tip. Any of these charts, like I talk about the MACD a lot, you can double click on them and it'll blow it up for you really big so you can see crossovers. Same thing over here, you can make it bigger and smaller. You can see the crossover signals here. Double click, go back to your normal view. Also, you can just be on your chart up here. You can left click in and hold and drag, move this chart around however you want to. Okay. What else am I missing, y'all? What else am I missing for basic setup? Somebody tell me. Okay, taste of 20. It has a Memorial Day. Thanks, Burris County. Could you tell me the 2 indicators you said you like using the most again? I'm sorry. Christopher Walker. You may have to rewind. I don't know. It was the 9 EMA, the 200 EMA, VWAP. These are 3 indicators on the chart. The RSI is buying, selling strength, relative strength. MACD provides direction for us. Okay. I think I'll try to hit the MACD right fast. Taste of 20. Yeah, Daniel Peters. I don't mind the 20 also. I like the 20 sometimes. Brianna, I do not use the 13 or the 50, no. Jose, you know, VWAP's not a bad thing to have for scalping. If you've got a particular method you use, that's fine. Yep, the purple line is the RSI. The yellow line is a signal line. So when the RSI, Weeble does not have this. When the RSI interacts with the signal line, let's look at a 1 hour time frame. Usually when you get a cross of it or an interaction with the signal line, it gives you a move in price also. So you see this cross up here. It sort of acts in essence like the cross up on a MACD. It's plotting a moving average across this, and when it has an interaction with it, it's given a signal. Larger the time frame, the better. If you'll see, sometimes this precedes a MACD cross. If you'll notice, we got a cross on RSI here, And then here we get a MACD cross. You see that? I guess I can't draw on subcharts. Yeah, I can. Right there is the cross on the RSI. Here's the cross on the MACD. You see that? This sometimes will precede this. So right here is another indicator at that point, and then later on, it won't let me get it exact. It's in between these blocks. Later on, you get the cross of the MACD. So that's something I kind of keep an eye on. RSI, when there's a cross up on the 5 minute and a cross down on the 1 hour. Brianna, it depends on how you're playing it. You're welcome, Jose. You might can get a scalp off of a 5 minute move that will happen within the 1 hour. I might can get a scalp for 15 to 30% on a 5 minute move, while the 1 hour is catching up for a bigger move. Everything's in context. I like to know that when the 5 minute gets real heated up real fast, let's see if I can find an overbought condition. Here we go. What is this date here? May 19th. Here's a good example. Let's say the 5 minute gets heated up. Let me break down. Let me break down RSI just a quick second for anybody new. Here's the RSI blown up full range. Okay, the RSI is divided into 3 sections. The bottom is at 30 here, this bottom line. Anything under 30 is considered oversold. See that? That's why it starts shading in red right there. Okay, the middle plotted line is 50. For a bullish move to become, to start having good momentum, it has to increase over 50. And I like for it to start pumping 55 to 60 on the RSI for my time frame, for it to start getting traction to either side it may be on. The opposite of being oversold down here is being overbought up here. When a 5 minute becomes overbought, the 1 hour could still be increasing, while the 5 minute is typically just going to come down. Let me get back off this. Oh, and your top line is 70. 30, 50, 70. Over 70, overbought. Under 30, oversold. Okay? Now, we go back to here again to May 19th. You're going to see on the 5 minute, the MACD gave us a cross up here right at the first of the day. We break through the 200 EMA. We are over VWAP. We are over the 9 EMA, and we break the 200 up, and we broke over the high of pre-market being right here that day. It was bullish run, bullish as could be, right? The 5 minute reaches a plot up here to overbought conditions and starts to cool off, and it crosses down. You see that? It crosses down and bleeds off for a while, but price continues to climb. You know, it did cool off and it pulled back. What did it do? It just pulled back to support, while a higher time frame lagged behind and continued to pump. So a 5 minute cross down doesn't mean the move is over, and it doesn't mean we go into puts. It's much better to watch price come back to support like it did up here. And I mean, you can see on the day before right here. See that little line there from the day before? Had this run up and it worked over to the 9 EMA and bounced right there. Look where it also bounced off of that day. Same support, same area. So, you know, the 5, the 15, the 30, I like for all of them to start falling like dominoes. And this is May 19th. I'm going to go to a 15. May 19th. Here's your 15 minute on May 19th. Right here. While the 5 minute is completely booked in up here, bleeding off, the 15 is strong and continues to stay up here and stay flat, but it's staying high on the buying pressure and gives us more upward direction, right? Same if we go to a 30, it's going to continue showing it. Right. Wish it wouldn't move like that. Right here it is. Here's your 30 minute. It gets a cross up on the MACD at the beginning of the day and goes up the entire day. So yes, a higher time frame outweighs a smaller time frame. Doesn't mean I might be able to make a move off of a 5 minute cross. That's possible to do within that 1 hour. Tuesday, May 19th. Here we go. And I love playing the 5 minute. This is one of those days, whoever was asking that question earlier about seeing price action, being able to take a price early, I felt really compelled to take a price early this day, or a position early, because we broke over top of pre-market highs instantly. First candle out of the gate, it broke it and it closed over it. And the second candle came back and retested it and bounced. I was perfectly good playing calls that day right out of the gate. Is it good? Let me catch up on. Hopefully that helps you, Brianna. Okay, Christopher, no problem. Enrique, Spalor, is it good to use 24-hour time frame with VWAP to get all the stocks data? Enrique, I mainly use VWAP for smaller time frame intraday trading. Intraday day trading. I like to know in the immediate, like it's not so great on like this a 4 hour time frame. It doesn't want to. You see, it just runs through the candles. It doesn't really plot a direction for us like that. That's when EMAs come in to play. Like on a daily time frame, these are different setups for me. If I'm checking charts on a daily time frame and I'm using EMAs, I will normally use the 20 and the 50-day moving average and the 200 to plot my bias with. Like I'm bullish or I'm bearish. Once we lost the 200 up here on the SPY, we did regain it within about a week, and then we immediately lost it again. That was, anytime you lose the 200 and you start buying your long-term stocks, you're going to do well. You're going to do well. If you bought anything down here on the way down and heavier towards the bottom, you're going to do great on long-term stocks. You always will, under the 200-day moving average. What's up, Red Nucleus? How are you, my friend? So yeah, the if you get, I also will watch, let's see, another way I can tell you that is that on the 1 hour time frame, also, anybody, when you want to add your time frames up here to be quick, you just hit this drop down tab and start adding stars next to the time frames you love. Okay, and these are the ones that I use. Okay. Okay, thank you, DB Sherry. Thank you. So let's go to a 1 hour, and we find an oversold condition. On a 1 hour time frame. Right here's one. Right here's one on Friday. That huge drop put us into oversold territory. Look, we were under 30 on the RSI before the market even opened. So we were due for a pop. For more than likely, price action was going to pop some because we got so oversold. That's just kind of a fundamental thing. You don't really have to put a lot into it. Doesn't have to pop a lot, but normally if you're overbought, it's going to cool off. If you're oversold, most of the time you're going to have a little pop because it's not going to just stay oversold the whole time. Blue Chip Daddy, I'll tell you, I'm not I am not great with the 4 hour time frame. And maybe it's just the frame of mind that I'm so accustomed to day trading. I really love the 1 hour time frame. And when I can find 1 hour crosses on the MACD under the right circumstances, I will take trades off that for 1 to 3 day swings. I got to check the overall market out and that stuff too, but I'm not really great with 4 hour, I'll be honest with you. I love the daily. Sometimes it's something about the 4 hour just evades me. I will say we were in an upward ascending channel week before last. We are now in a downward. You see, most of the time, upward channels break down. These are bearish. Downward channels break up. These are bullish. Large percentage of the time. And this channel will run down until it finds support. This channel will run up till it finds resistance. If we go to a daily, it gets a little harder to see, I'm sure. We go to the daily. Let me remove my drawings here. Go to 6 hour. We bring up the volume profile. I could tell you it came to the top of this shelf. See that volume shelf there? Look where we stopped at. Boom, baby. Right there. Had we started breaking over this channel, there was a nice gap of volume being void in between here. See that gap right here? This, had we started breaking up into this more, we could have got to the top of this block up towards 604, 604.70. Thank you, Nah. Contracts the same price on different platforms. Deshaun, yes, they're supposed to be. Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Okay, let's go look. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Blue Chip Daddy, that is a fixed range volume profile on TradingView. Brad, no, I don't. I don't have anything like that. They're all over the place. Whoa, looky there. Look at that gap up. Okay, 585, huh? 585. It's a nice gap up. Okay. 585. Okay, let's do this. We just opened and gapped up to here. I'll make it big. Let's make it pink. How about that? 585 right there. Now, Trading View does not display 24-hour trading. Sherry, it's called Fixed Range Volume Profile. These are my own settings. Because it don't come standard looking like that. So if we go back and look at last week, I'm telling you, Thursday's high about 586. That's going to be okay right here, guys. 586.50. Here's your next resistance. You see the top of Thursday there? This is a 15-minute time frame. The SPY this is not indicative of the SPY. The SPY has already ripped up to 585 right in here. So it's got a chance to come and contest with 586.50 again. And if we can get above, really we got to clear 587. If we can get above 587, we can start moving some. That'd be my analysis. That's what we got to do. Oh, Chariots, I think the middle subscription to TradingView is pretty good. I think it's plenty. I have the big one, but I think I use it a lot, and I use it for you guys. So I invested in the big one. The volume shelf is volume profile. Yep. Fixed range volume profile. Blue chip, it's really up to you. It's what you want to measure. I like using like a 15, 30, and a 1 hour. Going back a week, 2 weeks in time, seeing my price action. Okay, everybody good? So we'll see what we get in the overnight session, and go from there in the morning. If this thing decides to, it's got to get over Thursday highs here. About 586.60, somewhere in this neighborhood here. Right there. There's your next resistance. You're welcome, blue chip. You're welcome. All right, man. Everybody good? Need me to look at anything before I go? I'm going to wrap it up. I love you guys. Appreciate you. Hopefully I did something to help you guys. Wanted to hop on, say hello, see everybody's happy Memorial Day weekend. If you were have family that gave the ultimate sacrifice, my hat's off. I appreciate that. Always been very respectful of our armed forces. QQQ, Justin says. Thanks, Jersey. Yeah, the Qs are going to track just like the SPY pretty much. Let's see, they've already gapped up too. The Q would be at 517 here, 517.70, somewhere in that neighborhood for the Qs. And that was Thursday highs, and that was also would be Tuesday lows that day. See, we tested it, Couldn't break it all night till the next day. Gone. So about 517.80 on the Qs. That's going to be your next get going, get over. Then 521, my friends. 521 on the QQQ. Cool. DB, thank you for the super chat. Desiree Kepler with the $20 super chat. I love you guys. Thank you all. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, time and glass. Yes. Christopher Walker, you're welcome. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for the new people. I'm here for the seasoned people. I'm here for all of you. I never mind to help. I'm here to help. 'Cause I've been there. I know exactly how it feels. Jersey, thank you. 19.99 large or 1.99 large Sound Hound. Let's get some Sound Hound. Let's get some Sound Hound in here. Gapped up as well. Let's see here, Mr. Sound Hound, where are you? Okay. Soundhound's sitting on some support here. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay. Can you see what we was talking about a minute ago? How a descending channel will usually break up. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that Soundhound also had this set of structure back here. I love finding okay, do you see this? You guys see this? This is pretty close. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just one on the bottom. 2, 3. Basically 4. Here's your range. Now, here's your box for sound. Didn't want that one. Okay, here's your box for sound. Now, there's your descending channel beginning to break up out of this. Okay, there's a 4-hour. Now, keep an eye, watch your RSI at 55. If this thing starts breaking up out of this channel, keep an eye on it. She's off to the races. Okay? This is a piece of structure. This is consolidation over several days. Highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. And it can't create new highs and lows until what? Until it does. Boom, baby. That's what I'm calling boom right there. See that big green cucumber right there? Gone. That's what they do. That's what they do. So what you do is when you find this kind of consolidation, you start dollar cost averaging into it in between $10 and $8.80. So about $1.20 worth of range. If you load it up for April 25th to May 9th, you would have took profits up here, you know, closer to $11, $12. Nice little run. Again, I would say if Soundhound, where'd my mouse go? If Soundhound now has to break back over these at $10, your range previous highs here, $10.50, $11.35, maybe $10.70. Okay, there you go, my friend. Hope that helps you with Soundhound. Never fiddle in the middle. I like that, Enrique. Yvette, good evening. What's up, Tom? Oh, I'm almost out of time, guys. Okay. What should I look at for swings a week out? Well, I'll pull up NVIDIA for you, Jersey. There's certain things that I like. Are you talking about swinging options, Yvette? Trudy, thank you. Dale Napper, yes. This video will be... you can just go click on it on Discord. It'll take you back to you. You have the private link. All you got to do is go to my Discord channel and click on the YouTube link. It'll take you back over there. Let's look at NVIDIA. Is everybody good with SoundHound now? Whoever asked. You know, just this back run here. Let's look on on a 1 hour. Three main points of contention for me for SoundHound would be this POC here about 10:30. If you want to write those down, I'd say 10:30. Top of this shelf 11:30. Yeah, about $1 a piece on top of each shelf. Something like that. Gets a little easier over 12. If you break 1050, she'll run towards 1120, 1150 on sound. Okay. All right. NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is not really. You're welcome. 199 large. NVIDIA is not really fail like some of these other ones did the other day. It's more so flagging, you know. But I don't want to lose. Don't want to lose this. I'd say 129. Your line in the sand here, and you can see right where we wicked up the other day. 129 to the money. Hey, that's pretty close there, guys. Boom, baby. So, if so, this fall fast. Okay. Yeah, I'll look at lift for you, brother. Ian, I'll look at lift for you. Yeah, NVIDIA, man, that pump up was epic. I don't think bulls want to give it up. They defended 129 pretty well. So, NVIDIA earnings Wednesday. Yeah, Deshaun, it could be, I don't know. It's been a nice, I sold my NVIDIA swings 30 some, 40%. I can't complain. Ambrose, thank you. I have a $10 2027 leaps on sound. Okay. How are they doing, Ambrose? You know, sound, that kind of got my attention on SoundHound. I'll find one or two of these every now and again, and I found APLD a week or two ago, and didn't post it, but it was a runner, man. It was a runner. So, NVIDIA, I don't want to give up 129. That's kind of my line in the sand on NVIDIA. In the daily MACD, like, to me, this could very easily come down and meet each other here and bounce up. It's a horrible drawing. It doesn't want to. I don't know why it's doing that. It could meet and bounce on the daily MACD. Kind of flat. But, you know, the RSI, you can see it got overcooked. See all that green shading up here? RSI got to 73. Had to pull back on the daily. It needs to hold this upper shelf. I could pull it on. Could get a little more pullback. You could get a little more pullback. Looks like Lux caught it pretty nice down here. There's a nice buy signal here. So 126 it showed. Where was 126? Maybe it'll hold that upper shelf, okay? Thanks, Mr. J. Cole. Blue Chip, thank you for the super chat. Ambrose, thank you for the super chat. Y'all are the bomb. Thebomb.com. The Bomb Diddy. The Bomb Diddy Do. Oh, man. Let's get... Did that play it? Did that play the applause? Two, 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. We got it. We got it. Sorry. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Here we go. All right, my friends. Anything else I can look at, guys, for you? Thank you so much for the super chats, guys. I really appreciate it. DB Sherry, thank you. Check 1 2. We got sound now, right? Okay. Gomez, welcome. Welcome. So, anybody got anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up. I will say, Saranara. I appreciate you all very much. Somebody asked something about structure a minute ago. Okay, lift. You want to see lift. And then lift has created a nice shelf at the top up there. $15.60 support. $15.60 support, and where's that daily MACD? Hopefully the daily MACD is just going to stay flat up here and then make another run up for you and test these highs at 1720. That would be my expectation. If not, if you lose the daily MACD, it's going to bleed off some. And then I would tell you 1460 would be your support. I don't know how it's doing pre-market right now, if it even trades. Oh, wow. It sure does trade. It's up. Yeah, I use TradingView mostly, and I chart a little bit on Weeble. I do all my buys and sells on Weeble, though. Man, alive. Lyft is... What's going on with Lyft, y'all? Somebody didn't tell nobody nothing. Come on. Okay, chariots. Yeah, morning structure. I can do that real fast. Wow. Lyft. Okay, let's go back and look at Lyft for a second here. Here's back to November. Now, check this move out, guys. Check, yeah, man, y'all, come on. Now look at this. Look at these channels. Look at these channels. All right, breaks up. Here we go again. This has been one big channel here. There's your breakup. Here was your breakup. Here was your breakup. Now you want so if I throw lift on this last one here, gonna be something like that. This ain't exact, but somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, it's breaking up out of it. It's just, you know, that's what it's doing. I drag it back over. It's already to what? What is this? 1660. So okay, here's lift. Here's the current price, 1660 at my dotted line there. So it's already broke up out of this trend up to here. Next thing you want is get over this top shelf here up in this neighborhood, 17-ish. Really need to get over 17. It's one big cluster of volume up there. Okay. And then I guess you want to push over. Where's the... Here's a weekly view. 21, probably, yeah, 21. There you go. See that line? Something like that. Could almost bring this down right in here. 2050. Somewhere in that neighborhood. That would be like a top target. If it broke over that on the weekly. So your momentum though ain't great on the weekly. RSI is pointing down. Has a daily look on it. It's got room, man. So like I said a minute ago, this MACD has probably wedged together and now it's going to hop right off each other, take another run up. Over 1750, it gets some legs up towards 19 and 20. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Yes, DB. Oh. Okay, guys. Hygienist, Obiora. Is it good to do call options on Costco since it reports a day after NVIDIA? Chariots, I agree. Like a bull flag. So Yvette, what was you asking me? Morning structure? Is that what it was? I'll do this and then I'll go. I think that was that what you were asking, Yvette? Or was it swings? Just remind me right fast. I got just a few minutes. I gotta go. You still here, Yvette? I guess Yvette's gone. Okay, sorry guys. Ian for it was somebody's thing. Costco. Yeah, careful. There's no volume on this stuff right now for lift. Very little. I mean, this can be manipulated really easy. Okay, my friends. Thank you. I'll hit Costco and call it a night. I guess Yvette left. Costco. Is that it? Okay. Shoo, man, their options are expensive, aren't they? Okay, Jorge, that was you asking for that. Yeah, I have confidence in my lines. Yeah, Costco's kind of looks like they popped. Looks like everything popped some. Look right where it popped to, the 1016 right on my line there. I would definitely treat you could call it 1006 as my support. 1005. Yep, you could call this your support. Anything under that, you definitely could fall back here towards 990. And I think their options are pretty pricey, if I ain't mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, dog. Them's pricey options there. Shoo. Lord have mercy. I don't know. I don't play Costco much. A lot of spread on these two. A lot of spread. Open interest is low. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. I'm not very familiar with Costco, man. It does look like it's a bullish descending channel again, just like we've seen a bunch of those tonight while we've been charting. So, this thing continues to break up. on the 1 hour or on the 30 minute. Here's the 1 hour. If it can climb over the 200 EMA, that would give me some bullish sentiment back towards 1030, then 1040. Highs and highs. Okay. Oh, weekly swings, Yvette. Weekly swings. Are you talking about options or are you talking about shares? And I'm going to wrap this up right here with my lines for this past Friday. I think Jorge was asking. Yeah, Yvette, I feel like you may be a few minutes behind on the video. Yeah. Good Lord. You. These are energy stocks. I don't have much read on this, man. I don't like how it charts, I'll tell you that. Well, after this opening today, it just jacked up. It's going to be very overbought. Wouldn't surprise me if 650 is it booked, because the daily RSI is already to 72. That pop this morning is going to put your daily up in the 80s. It's not going to hold. So that's a tough one, man. I don't know. It's going to probably cool off. I would tell you it's got to get over. So last time it popped, look where it popped to. Look, my friend. 640 to the nose. Right there. Look where it just popped to. 640 to the nose. And that's resistance. That is resistance right there. I see it. Back here at these lows, we started consolidating right before it broke. 640 is your line in the sand, my friend. That can get you back. I mean, there's not a lot of price movement on this. Does it trade low volume? I mean, there's only $1 up to the highs. You can see how it does on the weekly here. this thing would, I mean, if this thing ever got back over $11.50, $12, it could take back off, but I don't know what it is. I don't know the shape of the company. So I would watch I mean, it don't look bad on the weekly. 54 just could be a slow mover. 750. I would say 640, then 750. That would be my two resistance points above me. Okay. Okay. Let me get off of this, get the SPY, and I gotta go. I'm gonna do my chart in the morning, my morning setup. The SPY's still ripping, but I don't want to. You know, I could drop a lot of money on 585, 50. But I don't own like TQQ shares. At the end of the day, you know, 585.50 to 586.50. It's a $1 move possible overnight back towards 586.60. I don't see it getting over there through the overnight session. I could be wrong, but not much volume here in the overnight session. It was already got. The only way you catch that move really good is if Trump come out with some news right now and it started moving like crazy, or you loaded calls at the close on Friday, which was sort of a toss-up what you wanted to do. Okay, the pop has already happened. You're welcome, Eduardo. You say how you do your lines, Jorge. Jorge, here's how I do my lines. I want to erase the ones I have. Okay. Here's Friday, okay? Turning nighttime mode off. Pre-market highs here. Here's pre-market high. I'll make it yellow. Pre-market low. Okay. I just erased my line. Okay, these two yellow lines are pre-market structure. Okay. The market opens at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Here's the first candle. I can take all these indicators off. Right there's the first candle. And just so happens this was the high. I marked the bodies. That wick is another 10 cents higher. You can mark what you want. I marked the bodies. Now, we got a big sell-off in the pre-market. It came down here and it caught support on 573.30. All the way down here. The body's closed here at like 573.80, 573.90. Somewhere through there. Pretty close. Okay? Now, the next thing we do, Jorge, be sure you're not trying to mark lines with your chart like this. Spread your chart out. Go to your price action, go up and down to make them tall and small, right? We're going to count 1, 2, 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. We want the high and the low of the combination of these three candles on a 5-minute time frame. So I'm going to mark a line there, and I'm going to make mine purple like I always do. Lord have mercy, what am I doing? There we go. Why is this not erasing? Here we go. Okay, now here's the high point. This same candle just so happens to be the high and the low. Make it a little bigger for you. There we go. Of morning market. So we have two different structures this day. Pre-market high, pre-market low, morning market high, morning market low. That's our two structures we're looking to break, one or the other. Now, this is when I add VWAP on. Here's my VWAP line. It gives me a line in the sand as to which way my bias is that first hour, hour and a half of the day. That's what it's telling me, okay? Yeah, Yvette, I'm sorry, you must be way behind on on the video right now. I'm sorry. I'll try to do a swing setup. Option swings are extremely dangerous and must be treated as such. It's not like swinging shares for sure. Thank you, AZ Mike. Now, Jorge. Okay, here's how you. Now, what don't you understand, Jorge? So the lines, let's say for instance, the first 3 5-minute candles have been printed here. It held this line numerous times and back tested us once tier 2. This was a choppy day, even though we moved up some. It was a choppy day. So when I got this early bust out that morning, I was kind of okay with it on Friday. But, you know, really it didn't happen. If you go back with me, I think I told everybody this last week. That big run up we had, that gap up on that Monday before 2 weeks ago. Watch this. Check this out. You see this, the low of that day on that Monday? That was the low of that week. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that week had a high and a low, which I try to mark. Here was the high. I mark them crazy. I do this. I make them huge. Same as this low down here, right? That Monday, that was its low. Make it line big, make it stand out. And then I make it red. Okay. There was the low and the high of that week. Now look back here. These things come into play. These things come into play. We tried to break it up here on, was this Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. We tried to break it on that Monday, barely got over it and couldn't hold it. Retested it, and then we failed ever since. Could not make new highs. We were denied. But look what happens on Friday if you plotted that line on your chart. When we get over that line and start holding it, look what happens. That was a confident line for me. That was a weekly low back then. When we got back over that, I knew we were, if we just got to it, retested it, and got denied, I'd be leaning down. But this was a bullish move to get back over that low from last week and move up. And all this move did was come up and back test the top of morning market structure. This was a good load right here for calls. When it went up and gave you a back test, you got 577.30, really all the way to 580 almost. At least a 2-point move off of that. and you get another back test of VWAP for another bump up. And if we go .30-minute MACD, produced a cross up, was running up. Here's the 15, gave a cross up that morning, slowly melted up. So there were other bullish indicators giving us some movement up, even though it was slow and choppy. Often on days like that, I like to buy one extra day on expiration, and I will buy in the money so it will withstand the volatility. Got that? Jorge, you talking about volume profile? I ain't got time to explain. I'm out of time, brother. That's a discussion for another time. You're talking about these lines. I will bring my settings up if y'all want to screenshot this. I'll leave it on for a second. Here's the inputs: fixed range volume profile. Here's the settings. Thank you, Alberto. Here's the settings. You better screenshot it. Inputs. $30 on the row size, 100 on the value area volume. Style. I've changed these colors. You can just mimic these colors if you want. Width of the box, I'll run between 100 and 120. Value area high, value area low, POC. Blue, blue, white. White is broken dotted. Snapshot them. Jorge, I'll do it for the week, or I'll do it like from a swing low or a swing high. Just depends on how far back you want to measure. Yep. Play around with it some. Get used to it. I often find a lot of gaps in volume this way. All right. Thanks, guys. I'm done, man. That's a long life. 2 hours. I love y'all. I'll be on in the morning. Appreciate you big time. Thank you for all the super chats, everybody. If you want to really support me, you can let your subscription run out and resubscribe with my Discord link. It's in the description of the video. That is a huge way to support me. If you so choose to do, I would really appreciate that. Makes a huge difference in my life. So thank you. Coaching calls are I've got a little bit of July dates, or June. Might have a couple more June dates. I'm starting to book July, but I about got everybody's emails caught up anyways. Few messages on Discord too, so I'll start booking for July pretty soon. Got a few booked already, but yeah. I really appreciate everybody's support and love. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, my friend. I'm sorry I didn't understand what you were asking for. You were talking about the lines. I thought it's miscommunication, brother. So, yeah, if you want to support, that's how you support me. If you subscribe to the Discord with my link, that is super helpful for me. So, I love you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you in the morning. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. Love you guys. Thanks.